So I just got through a Armenian Catholic Mass. I have to rush off in a minute, but I want to show you this church because I've been meaning to show it to you for years. This is the church that commemorates Station 4 in the Via Dolorosa. It belongs to the Armenian Catholics. They are in full communion with the Catholic Church. They use the same liturgy the Armenian Orthodox use. So that would be the altar. It's got music playing, and yes, the Blessed Sacrament is in repose. It's a lovely little church. It's not frequently open. There we have Tardides III of Armenia being baptized by St. Gregory the Illuminator. He was the first king to make his country a Christian nation. So for those of you who say separation of church and state is bad, well, he converted Armenia because he didn't believe that. And many other nations like the English, the Germans, the Czechs, all became Christian because the ruler wanted his nation Christian and either sponsored evangelism, Russia, Ukraine too. And it's resulted in salvation of a million souls. Biblically speaking, the only precedent we have as far as church-state relations is where this church kind of dominates the state or tells it what to do, and God's law is law of the land. That is just biblical through Moses, through all the kings of the old Christian kings of Israel, the Old Testament. How far they enforce the law of God, both socially and in the worship of the one true God, and abolishing false worship, that's what determined who they are. Also, this notion of separation of church and state idea has been condemned. Syllabus of Errors says no, modern notion of separation of church and state is bad. That is a syllabus of errors dogmatically defined by Pope Pius IX. They have a lovely crucifix now. There's various Latin practices here as well. As you can see, they have the Stations of the Cross. Down there, those steps, I already filmed another video. Things already posted would be the street level where Our Lady met our Lord on the way to the cross. You can also see a lovely confessional. I'm not sure if they use the confessional booths themselves. Of course, they do confession, but that isn't the Armenian. I'm not sure if the use of booths is the Armenian right thing. Lovely roof up there. Lovely ceiling. This church is not very open. It's they will let people in, and if you're Catholic, you can go to communion here. Though I find there's Station 4. This happened exactly here. I love the Armenian Catholics, but I find they're even worse than us trad Caths with letting people know when their masses are. The light votive candles, and there's St. Anthony of Padua, a Western saint. And in fact, if you go further, hoping you're getting this all in, it's a beautiful church, it's simple, not a lot of art, but it is lovely. If you go there is Our Lady of Fatima. There's Jesus falling. Actually, there are two stations in this church. Right next door is Jesus falls the first time, which is not open. It was open on Good Friday. I got video footage of that. And over there is Our Lady of Sorrows, who on the spot met our Lord. So both stations are commemorated by this church or side chapel in this church. So if you like, so this church is definitely a church you want to visit. If you want to receive communion as a traditional Catholic, that's one reason I like it here, is their lineages have not changed, the liturgy has not changed. Like in the Novus Ordo, so I can and do go to communion here sometimes and Mass here. So if you're trad Cath, want to receive the Blessed Sacrament on the Via Dolorosa itself, try to get in touch. It is nightmarishly hard though, to get in touch. It was mostly trial and error, and eventually found them open one day and just walked right in, and that's what did that. And there is Our Lady of Fatima, who we as trad Caths have great devotion to. Anyway, that's the video for today. I need to get to another Mass. God bless, have a great day. If you ever get a chance in real life, please visit this place or an SSPX chapel in real life. God bless.